Gal, how's this match going to be won or lost between the Storm and the Broncos?
I think, like all big games, got to get that ascendancy in the middle of the field, and I thought the Storm done that really good against the Sharks the other night. So, look, Stefano up against Payne Haas this week, that's mouth-watering stuff. So, I can't wait to be watching that battle.
You used to love throwing out a little barb here and there. Was it wise for him to do it?
Yeah, look, I didn't mind. I don't think that at this level, I don't think anyone saying anything against you or your team should motivate you any more than what you're motivated. You're playing a grand final. How much more motivated can you possibly be than being 100% ready for a grand final? So what Stefano said should mean absolutely nothing to the Broncos. Obviously, the fans love it and the media love pumping it up, but what Stefano said is nothing. 14 days between games for the Melbourne Storm, then they get 9 before the grand final. How much does that help, Alana?
It's a massive factor because then you also think about the game that the Broncos had to play in the conditions that they had to play. Like, it was hot at Suncorp. So an extra 2 days for the Melbourne Storm, I think, is huge. But then also you chuck onto that, I think, look, same as Gal, like it's one between the middle and that momentum and that ascendancy, but also the way that the Melbourne Storm spine actually in general are running, but the halves in particular, like good luck stopping Cameron Munster when he's running like that. He's got an extra couple of days of recovery up his sleeve. The pack does too. I just think they're going to be too hard to contain. It's
another layer to all this too, Cam. Your old mate Bellyache up against Madge, who's done an amazing job under huge scrutiny this year, but they know each other pretty damn well too.
Yeah, well, Madge was an assistant coach with Craig for a number of years down there in Melbourne, so I think there's a lot of similarities about their coaching styles and the approach that they'll take into this game. The one thing about the matchups between the footy sides, when you think of Melbourne Storm, you probably relate back to what the Storm was like way back in the day, when I was still playing, and that was much like Penrith, right? It was a system, it was very sort of mechanic-like, and they just wear you down, whereas they play a lot like the Broncos now. So when you talk about the Broncos, we've been talking about them the last couple of weeks about they are the entertainers. Well, the Storm are much like that now as well. Like you think of Pappenhausen, you think of Hughes and Munster, Harry Grant at 9, and then Xavier Coates, Will Warbrick on the edges. It's going to be an incredible grand final. Incredible grand final. I just think whoever handles the big moments the best, and I know that that's very general, but if you look to last year's game, it was a close game between Storm and Penrith. Penrith just handled the big moments better and they capitalised on their opportunities. I
think Smith, the bloke you mentioned there, Jerome Hughes, everyone spoke about Jerome Hughes before the game and the Sharks going to target, are you going to target him? Of course they're going to target him when they had the opportunity, but the thing I was concerned about was how it was going to affect his running game.
Yeah.
Was he going to be a little bit shy of his running game? Within the first 15 minutes, he took him on and scored a try.
And palmed with that arm.
That's what I mean. So the fact that he's confident enough to be palming with that arm and taking the line on, it's going to be a big threat to the Broncos.
Quick one. It was a sea of blue outnumbering the purple back in 16, but when you've got 2 out-of-town teams, who's got the bigger support come Sunday night in the stadium?
Well, I hate Melbourne more, so I'll go for that.
Seems fair.
Hughes says, Gal.
But I'm going for Stefano. I apologise, Stefano. You're too big and scary to us. I'm on your side, mate.
Yeah, maybe Gal will box you, mate.
No, definitely.